Welcome back, friends and degens. We are back a little late. Sorry about that, but we are here for the Thursday live stream, catching up on what's happened in the last couple of days, and it's been a big couple of days. We got the rate cuts as expected. We've got new OCC rulings in the U.S. for banks. We've got ETFs launching. We've got all sorts of news to cover. Markets looking a little shaky. Andrew's a little sad today, but we're going to cover what the markets are looking like post rate cut here. We've got people. We're kind of scattered today. We're all two of us are away from home. People travel. It's the holidays, to be expected. But got the full crew here. Welcome as always, gents. Andrew, Jan, how are we doing today?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Come on, it's almost Christmas.
Well, are you bullish now, Jan? Are you bullish and I'm bearish now? Are we switching roles?
Come on, we're gonna be doing a choppy December, January, but things are looking bright.
It's a DCA December, boys.
Yeah, it definitely is a DCA December, that's for sure. I was hoping for more of like a big Christmas gift. I don't want to see any coals. I want to see diamonds. I want to see gold. I want to see 200K Bitcoin.
The market ranging between like the 80s and low 90s. That's your gift. That's because in Q1 it's going to be off to the races, and it's going to be March, and you're going to be going, God, I wish I bought more in December.
Yeah, possibly.
What do you got for us today? How we looking here?
Well, I guess like the main thing is like, all right, FOMC was last night. We're finally over the event. It's kind of like what we were expecting, buy the rumor, sell the news. So we ran the news from last week. Markets kind of rallied throughout the week, rallied into the FOMC, and then pretty much right after the conference, just market essentially just pretty much nuked itself. And now we have to kind of wait and see during U.S. session tonight whether that sell-off was just mainly just kind of, the FOMC, or if it's really like, okay, this is like it, like this is the final correction mode. But we got lots of moving averages here for support in the meantime. We don't have any double tops just yet. We are in the short reload zones for a lot of these like equities. We are flirting against all-time highs. So typically this is where, if there's going to be resistance, this is where we should meet resistance. So monitoring it, let's see if we can just consolidate quietly here instead, put in some kind of W and we can continue higher, or if it does start to trend lower here and start losing these moving averages, then, we have gaps below, V bottoms generally are retested. So we do have some downside targets to reach if things do start getting weak here. But overall, like I guess the FOMC wasn't like too overly bad. I think it was just more so the fact that people were already expecting, the results. So yeah.
Priced in, as they like to say.
Yeah, it was definitely priced in a week earlier, like the market rallied last week, right? Into Friday. And then coming into this week, the first couple of days were kind of a little bit soft. And then yesterday, the market tried to rally into the event and then ultimately just kind of got nuked. And it was just like the conference wasn't like superly like, dovish. I think the main news is just the fact that like Q2's ended. They're now buying T-bills to keep the reserves healthy and to essentially be liquidity friendly. Which is kind of good in the long sense. I think the thing is like they talked about maybe just doing one cut next year so far. Not quite a cutting cycle just yet. Most of this inflation is due to the tariffs, not because of the actual underlying economy. But I do think that's bullshit. I think the economy is still kind of soft here. And then the labor numbers are going to be the main thing because their whole like job is to cap unemployment, and I think they're projecting the unemployment is going to be a bit worse. So I mean that's technically a good thing for rate cuts, right? So yeah, we'll see. But looking over at crypto, not the most prettiest. I think ETH is still looking way better than Bitcoin. So if we look at ETH Bitcoin chart later, we'll see that it is breaking out. Bitcoin, it is
What's the
starting to.
narrative? What's the narrative? Why is Ethereum breaking?
I don't know what the narrative is, to be honest. Maybe something Vitalik said recently.
Actually,
But
see
Trump,
the ETF flows just now. They're being pretty positive for the past 3 days, like $150 million days, and $50 million days.
okay.
I think
TA wise, I can tell you why. We had this nice consolidation. We got this double bottom that came in here. We had these big bullish divergences. We had oversold conditions hit here. 200 SMA support right below. So TA wise, there was a lot of indication that okay, things should kind of turn and pop here a bit. And so that's the kind of breakout that we're seeing right now. If we were just to do a little 2-to-1 from this, this structure, that would pretty much bring us right back to that original double top breakdown. So let's see how that revolves. I think if we can continue to get higher and higher, it should be good for our markets overall. But it's not really reflecting too much over onto the charts right now. Like alts are kind of getting washed again.
Alts are fucking bad, man. I wish I didn't own anything. Fuck.
I think I'm getting to the point of just being done with alts. I'm just gonna trade Bitcoin ETH from here. Fuck, it's so much easier. It's too volatile.
How's like on altcoins? Like hype was very good this year, but now it seems it's breaking down. No,
hype is topping right now. It's it's hit its max levels. There's I don't know. There's not much really else you can do on it. I think really just have to wait for.
They just announced a $30 million buyback, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't believe in buybacks. They don't do much. They just get absorbed. But I mean, they've been doing buybacks nonstop, no? Like 2 mil a week or some shit. I don't know. This is what hype looks like right now. It's on its way down. So.
Wow, are we gonna see $10 hype?
Yes, we're gonna probably see $14 hype.
Oh my god.
People don't like that when I say that, but I'm like, dude, realistically, this thing ran up a lot, right? It's like any other chart. Don't buy stuff when they're up, please. Buy stuff when they're on the bottom, when they're consolidating, and then you can ride all the way up until it starts breaking down. And so, ultimately, this is on Big Ed. I think there's a few other charts. If you go on Hype's chart, just more data and stuff you can kind of go through. Because I think you can go a bit lower realistically. And so for hunting reload zones, right? $14 to $24. That's kind of the price range. We're getting closer and closer. Bull divs are trying to form on the MACD. We are reaching quite oversold now on the daily here. This nasty tail that they left behind most likely has to be cleaned up, like we said, on most of these alts. And as you can see, prices slowly getting closer and closer to filling this little gap here on that tail. And so I think we just got to wait till price comes into somewhere here and, does something like that. And then that it's kind of bottomed. But out here, kind of in no man's land at this point, not the most appealing. So more time. We need more time. We need more selling. Or if we're lucky, these setups will survive and we can continue on higher here. So we got the double bottom, we got the divergences, we got the oversold conditions, we got the reload zones. At this point, we got this nasty trend line that it still has to kind of break through and consolidate on the other side of. Could be potentially putting in a double top here if we do start failing and we lose that midline right here. Not really what you want to see. And then obviously if we do lose these lows, then ultimately the structure is incomplete now and the setup becomes invalidated. So that's kind of where we're at. We're just sitting and waiting. We're finished the FOMC now. We got the results. We got the initial pump into the event. We got the initial sell-off. Now, as the dust settle, we have to see whether the liquidity wants to come back and we can kind of start defending these levels here. Ideally, we don't lose this double bottom, but yeah. ETH looking much better. ETH actually has his double bottom breaking out. Came pretty close to that 200 SMA resistance. If you did buy that W, we hit pretty much close to that 50% of this like target. So you technically could move your stops to scratch here if you want. Just hop off at the entry there. I'll probably just wait and let this play out a bit. But yeah, I mean, we broke on the other side of the trend line, but you still want to see structure like a nice W on the other side instead of just like these little quick stabs. So again, just I think at this point we just have to wait and see what the market wants to do. Our setups are in, technicals are in. We're still leaning to the bull side. Still got room before oversold conditions. So.
What do you think of BNB and I would say BNB.
Well,
or
before I go there, this is why I think alts are pretty fucked right now. As you can see, stablecoin dominance is starting to put in another W. Once that W comes in, that's going to be a pretty strong case for a lot of sells all across the board. As you can see, we got double tops coming in on these alt indexes. Small caps are just not even participating, just going straight down. So seeing a lot of signs of weakness again across the board here, which is unusual because like usually when ETH is doing good and kind of outperforming Bitcoin, alts should technically perform as well, but not really seeing that right now. So I'm a little concerned. Feeling a little bit hesitant on the bull side on a lot of these names. And as you can see, we're all starting to get close again to washing new lows once more. We try to buy these bottoms. You try your best, and if it doesn't work, then you gotta just walk away from your trade, cut your losers, and reset. And so that's kind of what I think is happening right now. I think we're getting some big stop runs again, and pretty sure new lows are about to be broken in this weekend, maybe. Yeah. So you want to see BNB? We can check out BNB. So this is what BNB looks like right now. Yeah, I mean, this is the consolidation that it tried to put in. You got the bull divs, you got the oversold conditions. It's got all the ingredients you need for this to technically be a setup, right? The only thing is like you're not quite in the reload zone. We did bounce out of it. Maybe it feels like within the reload zone would have been a little bit prettier, but you can't always get the perfect setups. So this is kind of like how I would have looked at the frame of the setup. You can do like a 2-to-1 swing trade. You can try to hit doubles. It's a bit too high for that, I think, in my opinion. But as you can see, we're just coming right back down to the bottom of the ranges, which is pretty much, you got your top of range here right now. You got your bottom of the range, and we're just gyrating and seeing which way we want to go. 200 SMA right here as support. Or if we start losing that, then, this is kind of like a bit of a double top kind of pattern that we're seeing here. So then, if that breaks, probably going to have to hunt these lows. And then, a bit further down is kind of what I'm expecting. But if we're very lucky, we can start turning and, maybe carving some W's. But I'm not betting the horses on that at this moment.
How about old Stinky Linky? What's my link looking like?
I like Link. I'm also in this trade right now, but I think it's also starting to get, starting to put in these little double tops. It's like all the alts are kind of the same right now, if you look across the board. And so really just seeing like, okay, is this double bottom going to hold? Or are we just going to have to break down, lose these lows, wash the lows, and then, try to reconsolidate again a bit lower? It's a lot of just sitting and waiting now at this point. Our setups are in. We just have to monitor it at this point. But yeah, it seems like a lot of things are starting to get beat up again. And I think we're going to get stopped out on a lot of trades here.
Well, I think Christmas spirit is coming. There's going to be bullishness coming.
I was hoping it would be now, but yes, I'm still praying, still fingers crossed here. But yeah, I don't know. Things look pretty rough. Even Solana got
Bearish boys.
Dude, look at that. Fuck, why didn't I short in the top?
I mean, you had the signs there, bear divs, overbought conditions, short reload zones, double tops. It's all there for your taking. But yeah, I mean, most of us are like on the long side.
But yeah, remember, guys, like once the market turns around, I mean, there's a ton of good positions.
We'll see cash action there. That's
How's Dixie? I know you showed stablecoin dominance starting to go up. What's Dixie looking like?
Dixie's not doing much. Looking kind of shitty still. Dixie tried to break out, right? This like nice big W. Pretty much got rejected twice here. So obviously a lot of sellers. Looks like they don't really want the US dollar to be pumping yet. And so now we just have to play back and forth of these ranges. We're probably going to have to come back down into the reload zone, retest these, breakout structures around here. Technically, you're still in a reload zone off this larger range, right? If we're going off of these lows and these highs. So this is kind of where you want to see the market at the bottom here on the US dollar. Momentum-wise, nothing really. We got bear divs technically. I guess slightly a little bit of a bull div trying to put in here. Oversold conditions, still got some room here for more sells. I think just maybe one more stab down lower, and then we can start reversing. That's kind of what I'm thinking here on the dollar. So yeah, stab into this reload zone would be good.
It's coming, boys. It's coming. Just gonna need a few more weeks of bearish live streams before we pop.
Yes, the more bear we become, the more bullish the markets will turn out to be. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, man, it's I'm still leaning on the bull side. I'm in on my longs still. We'll see what happens tonight during the U.S. session. Maybe we get lucky and the Christmas rally does come in. So fingers crossed, boys.
Dude, there's no Christmas rally. Come on. Don't give up.
Okay, Krampus. Just ruined my day. Why not?
Oh, all righty. Well, before we get into some stories, we've got a new listing to share with you guys. This is one I know we've got some interested buyers in out there already that we'll be sharing this with here. There we go. Market making. We got one of our new clients here, Market Making Tech, well-established brand, been around for over 5 years, serving more than 500 clients throughout that time, integrated with over 80 different exchanges. They also have DEX Market Making Tech as well. Almost $1 million in revenue in the last 12 months. Very profitable business, over 600K of that 916K in profits. So that's just shy of 70% profits, 66.6 repeating, of course, ish profits there. These guys have a team of around 20 people. That is a mix of both salaried and commission-based people. I'd imagine scouts, things of that nature, helping them find new clients. A variety of different tech here to handle both the centralized exchange and DEX market making. Some growth opportunities, people in the L1, L2 ecosystems. We have talked to some clients, some of our clients that are major L1s or L2s or even centralized exchanges that are looking to start doing market making themselves. This would be a great opportunity for them to onboard the tech as well as an experienced team and a host of active and existing clients. These guys are a retainer-based model, along with they have fees obviously as well on top of the retainer there, where they make most of their revenues. You could also turn this into a white label product where you are white labeling the tech to other people that are looking at doing market making. We know that is a lucrative business out there. There are lots of people doing something similar. Strategic exchange partnerships, geographical market development. So we see this a lot in the M&A field. Either people as a buyer looking to acquire new markets, so comparing the acquirees' user base to their user base that complement each other, or vice versa. They can onboard this tech and open it up to new markets as well. Whether the buyer is looking to expand into new markets or bring on tech that they can offer to their existing clients if the geographics line up well. Service lines extensions, taking this existing client base here and offering new services. So for example, let's say you are a custody provider or a staking service provider, et cetera. One of the other mini services, whether institutional or more retail based services, can onboard that, and onboarding this new revenue streams here, immediate expansion, offering your existing services to their clients. But overall, great business here. Priced decently, just a little over 3x revenue and about 5x, a little over 5x profit there. Something you guys are interested in, or if you'd like to see any other deals, highly encourage you to check out our website. We also have a private book with a ton of great offerings there. We're now up to almost 350 different listings across a variety of different assets, everything from licenses all across the EU, North America and Asia, Middle East, South America, to things like centralized exchanges, market making tech, ad agencies, PR companies, launch pads, just about every sector in crypto we've got covered. So if you are interested in growth via acquisition, bringing on new revenue streams, new user bases, new TVL, new tech, we're your one-stop shop for any of that, as well as if you're looking to sell your company, hit us up here. Easy way to get in contact with us. Nice big button right here for you. Good old Web3 Nate. I got the goat and the mustache back, so I actually look like my picture again.
Nice.
But I think this is a good I'm very happy to see more market making companies coming to our marketplace, basically for sale. I do think market making is one of the most lucrative businesses in basically Web3. Everyone knows Wintermute. Everyone knows most of the GSR people. I think anyone that wants to get into market making, this is a good opportunity.
Yeah, if I had 3 million, I would make an offer.
And I'd get you the discount $500K, Andrew. All right. Well, the big news since Tuesday, we got our rate cuts as expected, 25 basis points. So those of you who got in on Polymarket, congratulations. Now we are looking forward to the next Fed rate cut in January. Already up here. Well, I mean, this looks tasty right here. 25 basis point decrease, $100 makes you almost 600. That's not a bad ROI right there. I might have to get in on that action myself. 82% though of people saying no change. I think that's probably due to Powell's statements in the meeting notes there. Like we talked about on Tuesday, as important, if not more important than the actual rate cuts, especially in this case, where it's 25 basis points kind of priced in. There's what he says afterward. And from what I understand, he wasn't super bullish. Not that he ever is. But I think he made some comments about the number of rate cuts happening in 2026, expected to be much lower than a lot of people were predicting. Right now, I think, let's see what those rates, Fed rate cuts in 2026. How many Fed rate cuts in 2026? This previously, shifting around quite a bit. Only 1 basis point, up 5% after the speech yesterday. I think last time we looked at this, it was like 3, 4, and 5 were all quite high. You can see here numbers dropping significantly on those. On 4 down 12%, 1 basis point down 13, two cuts, 3 cuts, both down over 20%. So people starting to get bearish on this. Personally, I can't see that happening. Number of reasons. One, JP is going to be out. He's not going to be around most of the year. And that may happen sooner than later. Trump, I don't know if you saw, he has Scott Pessett now investigating multiple appointees of the Fed by Biden via AutoPen. It's just the acquisition. If it turns out that they were the executive orders to put those people in, or maybe not executive order, appointments were done by AutoPen. Those could be reversed and pulled out. So Trump may not only be putting in a new head of the Fed, he may be putting in, I think, up to 4 appointees in the Fed. So regardless of how it shakes out, we know JP's out and May at the latest. Might have multiple other Democrat. Typically, it shouldn't be political. The Fed is not supposed to be political. We know that's all crock of shit. But we could be getting up to 4 of Biden's appointees out, with more Trump appointees coming in. Regardless, I don't see a world where we only get 1 rate cut next year. So that's another one.
I mean,
it changes all the time. Like they were expecting no rate cuts for December when they, ended up cutting.
So
this is good money, though. Like if you think about it, like you could earn what's 2 rate cuts? It's almost 18% APY on your money if you put no. Put there no.
So you're betting that you don't get 2 rate cuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23%.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's not bad. 23%. Like you can do 20%.
Come on, you really think we're only getting 1 rate cut next year?
No, the question is how many Fed rate cuts it's in 2026. You have to be very specific with these titles. So are we gonna get 2 for sure? So it's gonna be more,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this isn't a minimum. This isn't a minimum of 2. This is only 2, exactly 2.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
This is the thing with Polymarket. The titles can be very not obvious, and if you go to the rules are actually very okay. There was actually a big thing now on the Google searches. There was this David guy that got most searches in 2025. Google searches. He's an unknown person, but he gamed the system, and basically people that bet on David being the most searched person, he won. It was 1% chance that he would win.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the poll got most killing. Yeah, it's all about how you interpret, how you read the rules.
Sure.
Damn.
So yeah, in that case, I mean, 24% on your money, that's great. Let's know for 20, about the same.
How long does this bet last? You have to wait all the way to the end of 2026.
Yep. Yeah. Well, essentially, you have to wait till December 10th because that'll be the last possible rate cut.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much an options play.
Yeah, I think the no's make more sense or are easier bets. Okay, we're gonna get at least 2. So you bet no there. It's a pretty safe bet. But then after that, are we going to get 3 or we can get 4 or we can get 5? That's where it becomes a little more tricky picking the yeses here.
Yeah, imagine 5 rate cuts. I mean, that's going to happen if Trump is going to name, what's the guy's name? The new Fed chair. I mean, he has been publicly saying whatever Trump says he will do. So maybe Trump will say fucking 10 rate cuts and we'll get 10 rate cuts. I don't know, man. I do.
The new drill, baby, drill will be cut, baby, cut.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely, we've seen it before. We've seen it probably next year again. It's very much a scam season. People are getting away with whatever they want.
Yeah, not everybody. I saw an article, a Binance employee just got suspended for insider trading.
Oh, wow. He must have done very, very bad.
It was too obvious, maybe.
Someone's got to be the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Let's see. Binance employee suspended. Yeah. Binance employee suspended after launching token promoting with company accounts. Using token info to post on Binance Futures, again, personally, probe launched December 7th. Yeah. So, someone's in trouble.
There was 5 snitches. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, despite the taking advantage of these dips here, Tom Lee buying another $435 million in ETH last week. Absolute chat out there, just clicking them buys, trying to get that generational bag. His target's 5% of all Bitcoin? Is that correct? With Bitmine?
I don't recall.
Something along those lines.
So
He's got a ways to go.
He's
got
so well.
Yeah, $13.2 billion in ETH so far. Sailor also buying, adding another almost $1 billion. Largest buy since July.
This is bullish. This is the bullish news we need. Come on, guys.
Hey,
this is exactly what happened before the last bumps. Like people with big pockets started buying like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been bearish once.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just looking at Andrew's like.
Every 2-3 days, I change my mind, boys.
Yeah.
I just follow the charts.
We like our charts. I was just going to say, yeah, we like our charts here. Here's a fun one. When the Fed cuts interest rates to the 2% of the stock market all-time highs, the S&P has gone on to finish over the next 12 months 20 out of 20 times, finished higher. And significantly higher in most cases. I think
significantly higher.
23%, 33%, 20%. Some of these only 8 to 15, but that's still great for the stock market overall. So I mean, significantly higher in most cases. So if we look at when did they start cutting, the first rate cut was October, right? Or was it September?
I don't remember. I think September.
One of the two. Anyways, it definitely met this statistic. It was within 2% of market all-time highs. So yeah, you can see next month, next 3 months, it can be a little choppy, but pretty much by 6 months, it's up and away. And by 12 months, rock and roll, baby. If the S&P, and again, so many things lined up. It's an election year. Trump's already said, "Hey, we ain't letting number go down next year, not until after November, baby." So yeah, I continue to remain very bullish on 2026. This is another great number to see here. Corporate Bitcoin holdings surged from 197,000 Bitcoin to over 1 million Bitcoin, a almost 500% increase since January of 2023. It's almost as if they knew that right at the peak of the bear market, they all started buying.
Yeah, 2023 was one of the best years to buy. That was also Benner cycle. Benner cycle was like 2023. Want to get your shit together.
What else does it say? What does it say about 2026?
2026 is your peak profit-taking year. So we should see some wild prices.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's
2026. Pampage, baby. Pamping in 2026.
I hope so.
Nothing but bulls here, baby.
I want more doubles. I want to go back to hitting doubles every day. I miss those days.
It's coming.
Yeah, we haven't seen a double for a while.
It's been a long time. It's been almost 6 months. Almost fuck. It's been a very slow last couple quarters here. But
you're supposed to roll as a trader, man. What's happening?
No, you get windows of very profitable timing, and then you get windows of very profitable buying, and then in between those times, it's you're just sitting in a lot of trades sometimes take a year to 8 months sometimes, if you're lucky, within a week. But
I'm a patient man.
I'm losing my patience. It's taking forever.
Well, more bullishness on the macro front, the OCC, which is one of the U.S. regulatory offices. We've got so damn many of them. It's hard to keep track of them. I can't remember what are these guys specifically here. Come on. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Great. Those fucking guys that are wasting U.S. taxpayer dollars. Anyways, they have now made it officially legal for United States banks to buy, sell crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., on behalf of their customers. Essentially, I would imagine this opens up all different types of financial tools at the banks to start providing to their retail customers. It will allow custodying within your bank account. essentially more or less making banks exchanges at this point. But huge win for retail adoption here. It's giving you options outside of ETFs to buy. And overall, I think, like I said, more than just buying spot, I think we're going to start seeing a bunch of different products offered by banks for crypto, whether those are, as we can see, Saylor talking here about loans being backed by, major loans backed by Bitcoin as collateral, or whatever, sort of financial instruments. These could be the new CDs that are, backed by, earning yield in crypto. Who knows? But the doors are now open for banks to start in the U.S. To start offering their retail clients all sorts of crypto goodies.
Nice. Hopefully they start buying our bags, bro.
Well, if that doesn't get you excited, if that doesn't get you guys excited, how about this then? The world's first crypto index fund officially live. Bitwise 10 crypto index ETF BITW has begun trading on the New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, as an ETP. This is the world's largest crypto index fund with 1.25 billion under management, tracking Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, ADA, Link, Litecoin, Sui, AVAX, and DOT. Some interesting choices in there, but overall, great to see ETFs like this. This is the kind of thing that we talk about. People that don't like ETFs because they're like, can't roll from Bitcoin, can't roll your profits into other alts and stuff. Well, here you go. Now we're gonna start seeing more and more instruments like this, where you have a lot of top alts also getting support from ETFs, from the 401ks, and then the large funds in the US that are just on weekly automatic buy orders.
Mm-hmm. I wish it paid out in there. I would be down to buy this, but if it doesn't pay any dividends, it sucks.
They are working on that, I believe. I believe that Tom Lee and Bitmain are working on a dividend-paying Ethereum ETF at the moment.
Is it already done, or am I?
I don't know if it's live or not yet. I know that they filed for it.
I have it live on my charts right now. It's on the New York Stock Exchange. Bitwise, right?
There you go.
BITW. It's been around since 2021.
Yeah, but
Bitwise has been.
Yeah, but dividend is a different question.
Yeah. Dividends to this point were not available. I think that's something. I don't know if they were making a new ETF or if they were incorporating dividends into their existing ETF.
I hope so. I like dividends.
It's coming.
I'm building my portfolio
of
just dividend stocks.
But yeah, first index fund, very, very bullish for the industry as a whole, as well as just specifically helping boost alts. More news in that vein. Where did that story go? Yeah, BlackRock just submitted a filing for a staked Ethereum ETF, allowing, again, for earning yield. This kind of goes back into that dividends talk there. This is massive. It'll be the first of its kind. And again, once these doors are opened, that's where you can start seeing everybody kind of piles into these new trends. There's not going to be long before, with retail buyers, you're going to have financial advisors that only look at Web3 and crypto-based assets, because it's going to be a whole new dynamic.
I wonder how that's going to play out. I'll take a look. I mean, I'll fuck around with some of these ETFs. Why not? I think that one will probably pay dividends, no?
I mean, I think that would be the whole point of them,
right?
Doing staked Ethereum. Yeah. I don't know what else the point of doing that would be. Earn some sort of yield, whether they call it dividends or otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Indeed. More banks piling in, this time PNC partnering with Coinbase to offer direct Bitcoin trading for clients. One more added to the list. Last week we had 3 or 4 banks. It was what was it? Vanguard, a fund, not a bank, but you also had Bank of America and a couple others. Just we got PNC so far. So it's not even over yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every week we see these news. All the banks are starting to line up here.
You're bearish.
That's not.
This is why Andrew's bearish today. New report coming in from the Canadian Revenue Agency. The Canadian version of IRS claiming that 40% of crypto platform users are evading taxes or at high risk of non-compliance.
Wow, what bastards, Joe. I pay my taxes, okay? I get hit with a nasty bill every year. Wow.
Trying to skirt the law. 40%.
I wonder how they're doing this, because some exchanges don't have any reporting.
Just through KYC, I guess. So like in Canada, there's like specific exchanges that are are registered and you can sign up on. A lot of exchanges you may not be able to. They took perps away for a while, and then now you can do some perps trading here and there on certain assets, but it's all like quite regulated, and like you have to KYC and all that jazz. So that's kind of how they track it, I guess.
Yeah, I think a big
people can just hide like their fucking MetaMask wallets and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I think with any of these type of stories, you always got to do a little digging, because like you mentioned, what does that actually mean? Is that all exchanges, or is it the certain exchange? The 5 exchanges that they looked at, they found this. Who knows exactly? But
on chain, they might use Archon. I don't know. Start fucking connecting dots.
Could be.
Yeah, hopefully.
Just like the IRS, they want their tax dollars.
Of course.
Once again, Europe to blame for ruining markets. Congratulations. ETH, ADA, Sol steady as time zone data shows. Europe drove the deepest Bitcoin sell since 2018. You bastards!
Wow.
Now we know who it is.
I don't believe this. I think this is fake news.
It's from CoinDesk. How could it be fake news?
I know. Family offices are fucking buying at the moment. This makes no sense. And also, like, most of the miners, okay, there's probably why this report is like this is because of Switzerland. Obviously, a lot of different asset managers and banks, they do have single family offices or family offices represented in Switzerland, and there was a lot of sales from Switzerland. But like other countries, I don't fucking know. Also, Norway, for example, has one of the biggest Bitcoin ETF holdings, I believe. So I think this report is...
You saying you don't trust Sharuya Malwa?
I do not.
I already mentioned this. Hype rolling out $30 million stock repurchase program. Sorry, not token, stock repurchase program. Interesting.
Yeah, is that the DAT? Isn't there like a hype DAT or whatever?
Well, they launched they're IPOing, or they did IPO. Or maybe it's for the DAT. I don't know. Staying in the news, though. Speaking of one of the top news stories, Fed saying they're going to buy $40 billion worth of T-bills in the next 30 days, starting December 12th. They're going to have to do something. We've got $8 trillion worth of treasury debt that needs to be purchased in 2026. 40 billion is a good start, I guess. Someone's got to buy it. I know we've talked about how stable coins are playing their part in that, but they're saying, by 2030, that could account for 3 trillion. We need 8 trillion in the next 12 months. It's going to be interesting to see where that all comes from. Could it all be from QE? If $8 trillion worth of treasury purchase comes from QE, imagine what kind of pamps we're going to see. But yeah, stealth QE beginning. This money printer is just getting warmed up, folks. Again, I don't know how you guys are bearish on 2026.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm going week by week right now, guys.
Yeah, Trump out here talking mad shit, taking them every day is a new adventure. We got the rate cuts. We got QE. We got banks onboarding. We got Saylor and Tom Lee relentlessly buying. We got Polymarket insiders pumping people's bags. What's not to love, guys? What is not to love?
I don't know.
Well, that's pretty much it. In terms of stories today. Big event this week was the FOMC. I think it's probably going to be fairly quiet through the rest into the weekend here, but only a few more weeks before we hit the Christmas holidays. Things will probably slow down significantly.
No, things will go and heat up. Like usually Christmas is when people are trading memes.
I meant more news-wise. Probably not going to be a lot of regulatory decisions and adoption type news coming out over Christmas, New Year's.
Bro, I remember last Christmas when Godbit was still alive. Godbit was doing a lot of memes during Christmas. Like memes were very hot during Christmas last year.
True.
Memes were hot all year. It was there was good moments. There were good moments.
Well, they weren't.
But yeah, I definitely round tripped a lot of my meme stuff. But yeah, let's see. We get the Christmas rally. I've always done really well on Bitcoin. I always buy usually the day after Christmas. China usually likes to dump on the American markets one day ahead, and then the markets kind of slowly recover. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it, boys and girls, friends and DGens. Thanks for tuning in again. As always, please like, subscribe, and share. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you'd like to discuss. Let us know if you got a chart you want Andrew to take a look at. No shit coins are off limits. Feel free to send your dirtiest, dankest late night guilty pleasure for us to chart. And until then, we'll see you guys back same time, same place next Tuesday.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.